What's up guys, Mr. Wednesday here, back at it with another Faction War episode. So today we're gonna be covering Sacred Order over here. We're gonna go over all the possible champions, and there's a lot that you can use here to actually clear this faction. This faction is by no means as hard as some people may think it is. So before we get into the champions, let's just check out the boss mechanics first. So what is this boss going to be doing to us? Let's just do right like this. Okay, so A1 attacks everybody, 40% chance of placing fear, can be resisted because it does not say it cannot, as opposed to some of our other faction war bosses. So hey, you can get like 250 resistance and actually resist the fear here. Then on A2 he's gonna be reviving people. He has one ad on the left, one ad on the right. And he's gonna be placing sleep on himself, which is amazing because then you can just go and kill the ads before he actually wakes up, which is great. Attacks one enemy with 2 random allies. Now this is gonna be the problematic skill because he actually deals a lot of damage over here. So my best advice is, if you do not have a reviver, bring a shield champion in so that you can actually soak up the initial damage. This is the first skill he's going to be doing. If you survive that, you're good to go and you'll be definitely able to actually take him out. Now the first ad on the left is gonna be just doing an AoE damage, kinda high, not gonna lie. And then the ad on the right is gonna be attacking one target and another random champion, ignoring all the defense, always landing as a normal hit, so cannot be a critical hit. So as I said, shield is gonna be your friend. Now if you cannot have a shield champion like Sir Nicholas perhaps, or somebody with like unkillable, again like Sir Nicholas perhaps, maybe you do not have a Cardial who's gonna be placing revive on death on you, or like block damage from Roche Guard, etc. You will want to have some sort of way to actually survive that initial ally attack. And honestly, shield is gonna be very viable here on a bunch of champions, so just get a good shield set. Now otherwise, there's honestly a ton of champions here you can use. Roche Guard is gonna be amazing, and not just for the block damage, he actually also hits kinda hard. Astrolon you can use in 2 ways. You can actually, for faction wars, build him in one way to actually do the both jobs. So he can be your nuker, but also a crowd control champion, because he does have this really nice stun. So at around 180, 190 speed, and then with like 210, 220 accuracy, he's going to be able to actually stun the first wave in the initial turn he takes, and then actually circle back again to the stun ability for the wave number 2, which is just going to make your life so much easier to actually not get nuked down by the Turtle Helm, I believe is the name of the champion in the first wave, like the far right champion. And then also that's gonna also make you able to actually stun the Man-Eater, I believe, on the second wave, so he cannot place the unkillable and make your life rougher. Then we have Errol, who's gonna be nice for damage. You 100% do not need like all legendary team over here. You can do it with epics. There's even rares and uncommons who can help you. But just a big shout out to Errol, definitely a viable champion. Abyss is also gonna be amazing. Sorry about that, guys. My throat is not cooperating with me today. A lot of talking today. Okay, I'm actually like preparing all of these videos because I'll be on the vacation, so I wanna still be able to get some content out for you guys. So let's see, Abyss. So Abyss is gonna be actually doing a lot of damage on A3, also decreased defense on A2, hard hitting A1, amazing champion for the faction. If you have her, no shame in 6-starring her, giving her masteries. Great for PvP as well, both as nuker and as basically like your debuffer for decreased defense over here. Now I do want to mention Glicia is kind of new, so honestly not gonna go over her. If you're interested in how good she is, I actually have a showcase video about her. You can go check it out. Kind of underwhelming in my opinion. Martyr is gonna be amazing, still don't have her. Cupidus is gonna be amazing, Venus as well. Especially if you can pair them together. I already mentioned how Sir Nicholas is great here, and honestly if you have Cardiel, you should not be having any troubles with his faction. He's just that good. Constantine is okay. I mean, if you have him, again, viable to be used, can actually be very helpful. But he is kind of new, so I know not a lot of you will have him. So again, that's just something to, well, keep in your minds. Now, when we get to epics, let me just shout out some that are the best possible options. So let's go over some of the best possible options you're gonna have here, and then we'll check out some perhaps useful but like not really somebody I would invest in if you do not have to. Deacon is gonna be amazing for AoE, turn meter decrease and increase for you. Also gets an extra turn, so basically it's like 2 turn cooldown over here. And then this is on a 3 turn cooldown, so basically also 2 turn cooldown. So honestly, like these two pair very well together. Also leech over here. Also speed in all battles by 19%. Amazing champion. Now Godseeker is going to be amazing for extension of buffs. Also, if you have any accuracy on her, you can also decrease the duration of buffs on the opponent's champions. And then also a heal by 15% of everybody's max HP. A revive with reset of cooldowns of all skills on a 4 turn cooldown when fully booked. Also a nice heal on A1. And also, actually, she kind of has a double revive because she also places revive on that whenever somebody is gonna be taking like the fatal hit, as you can see here. Also 4 turn cooldown, amazing champion. Shamael is gonna be an awesome damage dealer. Not really any need for me to explain how amazing he is. Cardinal is one of my favorite revivers because of this skill over here. Also targeted heal, which is really nice, and then kinda a chance to place poisons. Not really the reason why you're gonna be using her. Lightsworn is like a shout out for me because of this increased defense and revive on that. Also decreased attack and decreased speed on single target, but still not bad for the boss stage part of the stage. Also decreases the target's turn meter by 10% over here. Amazing champion, great decrease of turn meter for, again, boss. Now Lordic is gonna be like a shout out for me. Nice shield over here, very nice. Removal of all debuffs and ally protection over here, again really nice. And then untargeted the decrease attack, good champion overall for usage over here. Now Mistress, kinda meh. Bushi kinda falls into the same boat. Phoenix is a nice damage dealer if perhaps you have nobody else. But if you play during the Cardiel fusion, he's gonna be definitely better and more viable over here. Also, I just noticed he almost has a Pokeball over here, to some degree. Don't get me wrong. Okay. Then we have Mordecai, who's gonna be amazing because of this placing HP burn on everyone. Great way to deal damage. Also increase attack on everybody for 3 turns. Amazing. And then 75% of decreasing the turn meter of all enemies. Amazing. And fills the turn meter of all allies by 15%. Again, just strictly an amazing champion. 30% chance of decreasing target's turn meter by 10% over here. 60% instead if the target is under an HP burn. Books up to a 75% chance with sniper, 8% chance. Again, amazing for the boss part of the stage. Lady Atessa is kinda meh. Romero could be your tank. Wouldn't really like recommend investing in him. Definitely not 6-starring him. But if you can perhaps get away with like using him at level 50, maybe in like a regeneration set, that's gonna be okay. Missionary, Reliquary Tender, kinda mech. Eotar is gonna be okay. Again, not really somebody I would like recommend straight away investing in, but perhaps if you like literally had no better champions, then yeah, go for him. Then we have Sanguinia, who's one of my favorite epics for like PvE type of content. Block debuffs on everybody for 1 turn, continuous heals on everybody for 2 turns, also attacks one enemy, 75% chance of transferring all debuffs from herself to the opponent, and removal of debuffs on all allies except her. Also each hit has 20% chance of decreasing the duration of 2 random buffs on the A1, which is a 3-hitter, just nice support champion. Juliana is gonna be nice. I used her when I actually cleared the faction for the first time around. Very viable for this faction wars, otherwise kinda meh, but honestly, like if you have no better options, which I honestly didn't when I first cleared it, so yeah, I just went for her. I do not like, how should I put it? I'm not like mad about investing in her. I just never used her anywhere else after that, but she worked for me at like level 50, so that's okay. Now Talia looks really badass. One of my actually favorite looking champions in the game. Like, she just looks badass. Like, look at that sword, red hair, everything. Okay. Counterattack on herself. 75% chance placing Beacon on enemies for 2 turns. Then we have an increased attack, an increased crit rate, and then attacks all enemies. And then if you can actually pair it with Phoenix, placing a bomb debuff that will detonate after 3 turns when Phoenix is on the same team. Okay. Attacks 1 enemy 3 times, deals okay damage, so honestly somebody I would recommend investing in if you really need it. Frostbringer, Help, Canoness, not really the best options for you. And then Adriel, like a shout out support champion, that not really somebody I would invest in. Then we get into the rares. Now when we get into rares, there's a couple of rares that are really good here. So let's actually go over the what's their name, the uncommons first. And actually let's start from the commons. Yeah, not a joke. We have Sister Militant over here, who does an AoE on A1. So honestly, stun set anybody. I'm not even joking. Like even like level 50, if you like have a reviver or a good healer, you can actually use her. Not even kidding. And then actually, somebody recommended Preacher to me. Like, not really my cup of tea. So honestly, like I wouldn't invest into her. But Sister Militant, not a bad champion at all. Then we get into the uncommons. Armiger is gonna be amazing. Everybody knows why, because of this A1 decreased turn meter. On critical attacks, also block revive on A2, so just amazing for the boss part of the stage, and like overall just a great champion. Then we have Outlaw Monk, who is gonna be placing poisons over here. Also 10% chance of granting an extra turn on A1, so kinda viable, but again, like just if you do not have anybody better. Now when we get into the rares over here, we have Atel, who's gonna be an amazing damage dealer if you perhaps don't have anybody better. A good champion to go for. We have Hospitaller, who's gonna be placing increased speed, increased crit rate on everybody. Also AoE over here. And then also just attacks 1 enemy over here, so nothing amazing, but revives a random ally with 25% HP and places block damage whenever Harrier kills an enemy. Now, for them two to like work together, it's gonna be like a pain, not gonna lie, to like make it happen. But again, if perhaps you like literally have nobody better, you could kind of pair them and make like some sort of synergy. Now, Chaplain attacks 1 enemy, nothing insane, removes all debuffs, then heals the target. The heal is proportional to this champion's attack. Also attacks everybody, heals allies by 25% of the damage inflicted. People overlook Chaplain a lot. She actually deals nice damage as well. Nice heal, good stats, so honestly definitely somebody I would advise looking into at least. Then like a shout out, I do wanna shout out like Sanctum Protector over here. AoE with increased defense on all allies. Single target provoke. Single target stun can be used, not gonna lie, like I used him once in my takeovers, I believe, maybe twice, not really sure, but I think it's just once, and honestly it worked out for the takeover, so I do wanna shout him out. Now I'm sure you could find some other rares that could work, not saying you couldn't, I'm just saying like these are my like favorite ones and ones I would advise you to invest in. I'm not gonna just like say you can choose anybody, not all rares are made equal. Continuous heal on everybody for 2 turns. Shield equal to 10% of the target's HP, again on all allies. Speed in all battles by 30%, so if you do not have a better aura, you could actually use her as well. Also a nice heal over here on A2. It is a single target heal, you do need to keep that in mind. Places a shield if the heal surpasses basically the max HP the champion has, and then like the lesser version of decreased attack over here. So nothing like crazily insane, but a viable champion nonetheless. That's actually gonna bring this video to the end. I hope you perhaps found some new champions you could maybe play around with and perhaps use in your faction wars. Until the next one, Mr. Wednesday, signing out.